The effects of Hawthorn supplementation on facial skin phenotypes and leukocyte telomere length stratified for telomerase reverse transcriptase. You want to know what TERP means? Polymorphisms. All right, big title, but pretty amazing, small dosage. What we're looking at, let's get right to the first chart right here. You're looking at only the consumption of 900 milligrams of an easily to obtain Hawthorn fruit consumed over a 6-month period of time. Yet the results were quite astounding. Now, the researchers didn't postulate on necessarily the biochemical mechanisms in which these results were obtained. So we're just looking at the consumption in this randomized, double-blinded clinical trial over the 6-month period of time, and a few different skin types on how advantageous Hawthorn fruit can be. So without further ado, let's get right into the first chart right here. Overall change in skin hydration scores, again, 900 milligrams per day over a 6-month period of time. So that's like 1 capsule, just to give you an example. That's pretty amazing over the control group, which did not have it at all. They were taking 900 milligrams of cornstarch. They didn't know they were, but obviously the results did. And it's really thumbs up to the researchers for actually saying what the placebo is. A lot of studies don't say what the placebo is. So cornstarch. Number 2, change in skin wrinkle scores. So we had much more. We had fewer wrinkles in the Hawthorn group. And again, I want to reiterate, we won't talk of 1 capsule. It'd be interesting, hopefully without adding publisher bias, what would happen if one took 2 capsules. But 1 capsule, we had pretty dramatic result over the control group itself. Now, different gene types. Now, what you have to look at here is a lot of people fall into these categories, and I'll show you those categories after these next 2 charts. But look at the first one. If you happen to have the gene, 7705, what is it? 5526, a huge jump in moisture with the consumption of Hawthorn fruit. Now, I don't know if the genetic tests actually show that. It'd be kind of cool if it did. But if you could find like the skin gene type, wow, that's a powerful, powerful plus. Now check this out. Look at this one. For those particular individuals with the 2853669.AA, they actually had less wrinkles going into the study as opposed to the control group. Now, to give you a quick breakdown of these, I should say, gene types, or telomerase, reverse transcriptase, polymorphisms, Here we are. This gives you a general idea that a lot of people fall into one of these 2 categories, and these are the only 2 categories they really looked at, but still just the same. Quite astounding results. From there, you can postulate the research did not want to, but Hawthorn fruit has slightly different effects on each skin gene type, and in some cases quite dramatic, and a lot of people fall into these categories. All right, now into the study itself, let us begin. I want to show you the charts first. The backstory. Hawthorn is a deciduous tree belonging to the Crataegus genus Rosaceae, or Rosaceae family, with a well-established history as a medicinal herb. All right, Hawthorn fruit contains various bioactive compounds, such as polyphenolic compounds, such as fatty acids and organic acids. In an experimental study, which mouse models with skin damage were treated with a high dose of Hawthorn fruit extract, their skin moisture increased by 34%. Yay for the mice. In a randomized double clinical trial involving middle-aged or older women with photo damage, a mixture of ginseng and Hawthorn fruit, so you have a little bit of confounding here. Extracts applied on skin significantly improved skin roughness and smoothness and depth. But that gave the researchers the inquisitiveness to see what they can do in their own particular study. However, whether oral Hawthorn fruit supplementation can improve skin phenotypes remains unclear, which we showed you those 2 just a few seconds ago. Methods. This is where it's really easy. The researchers who conducted the random allocation of participants was not allowed to be involved in interviewing and assessing the outcomes. The control group received a placebo supplement, once again, to reiterate, 900 milligrams of cornstarch, while the Hawthorn fruit supplementation group received 900 milligrams of Hawthorn fruit. All participants were instructed to take supplements every day, 2 hours before bedtime for 6 months. Again, it's kind of like seeding a randomized trial, 2 hours before bedtime, so that we kind of have a seed if you're into computer programming and software. To adhere to the supplementation regimen, each participant received a 30 pocket calendar containing the placebo or the Hawthorn fruit supplementation. Hawthorn. And a monthly phone call from researchers. Researchers were blinded for the group allocation, conducted baseline and follow-up assessments with the 6-month interval. Now, I'm going to conclude with the abstract as opposed to the full study because it actually brings it all together quite well. The Hawthorn fruit supplementation group exhibited significantly improved hydration scores compared to the control group. The mean changes from baselines and the deviation, and hydration scores over 6 months were which we saw in the charts. And for the supplementation group and control group, respectively. I'm skipping kind of ahead, so please forgive me. However, changes in other phenotypes and leukocyte telomere length were similar between groups, and I'm skipping further ahead. In correlation analysis for all participants, hydration scores were positively correlated with leukocyte telomere length. In this conclusion, sounds kind of choppy, but still, you get the point. These findings suggest that Hawthorn fruit supplementation may have potential anti-skin aging effects. Future studies may need to elucidate the biological mechanisms underlying these effects. That's why I went to the abstract, because they brought that last part of the sentence to their topic, which was basically they don't want to postulate here why Hawthorn fruit makes such an incredible improvement in skin scores, or it mitigates the effects of aging in some aspects, but that's for future studies. But just then again, all it is the consumption of 900 milligrams of Hawthorn fruit per day in this study to achieve this outcome over a 6-month period of time, which is quite easily to obtain. And again, it wasn't necessarily a special Hawthorn fruit. It was one that was commonly found on the market itself. Again, incredible, great start. Gratitude to the researchers. I am humble you watch and look forward to see what you and I both discover next week. All right, catch you all next time. See you then. Bye.